Hello, you're listening to a special episode of Popcorn Podcast with Leigh and Tim, where we welcome the one and only Hannah Waddingham to talk about the Garfield movie.
I'm Timmy Fland, movie buff.
And I'm Leigh Livingstone, entertainment journalist.
And we love to talk all things movies. Now, in the Garfield movie, everyone's favourite foodie feline reunites with his long-lost alley cat father Vic and finds himself forced from his perfectly pampered life to join Vic and best pal Odie on a risky heist.
The Garfield movie is directed by Mark Dindal, who brought us movies like The Emperor's New Groove and Chicken Little.
And the screenplay is by Paul Kaplan, Mark Torgove, David Reynolds, based on characters created by Jim Davies.
The Garfield movie stars Chris Pratt, Samuel L. Jackson, Hannah Waddingham, Nicholas Hoult, Ving Rhames, Brett Goldstein, Bowen Yang, and Cecily Strong.
Now, fame is a funny thing. People become famous for all sorts of reasons these days, but there aren't that many who can live up to the adoration.
Exactly, but our guest today is someone who walks the walk and talks the talk. Hannah Waddingham is an award-winning global superstar of the stage and screen with a vocal range that would blow your head off.
Quite literally. But not only is she talented, charming, and absolutely stunning, she also comes across as incredibly humble and inclusive, and she has no trouble speaking her mind and setting a good example for those who look up to her.
Well, for example, we saw recently that she made headlines for reprimanding a photographer at the Olivier Awards who asked her to show some leg. And I think her response was something like, "Don't be a dick."
Something like that. Put him in his place.
I love
for
it.
sure.
I love it.
Now, outside of her many theatre accomplishments and TV roles, who could forget Game of Thrones and Ted Lasso?
Shame.
Her film career is going gangbusters with recent star turns in Hocus Pocus 2, The Fall Guy, and now the Garfield movie.
Waddingham joins us on Popcorn Podcast, despite being jet-lagged up the wazoo, as she puts it, to chat about her villainous character Jinx, why Saturdays are actually the worst day of the week, and she responds to a very special message that I sent her through you because I was on holidays. I can't believe it.
My heart was broken, but it was also full to be able to relay that message. So let's take a listen.
I've never hated being on holidays more.
Welcome back, Victor.
Listen, I need your help.
Get them!
Hello, Hannah. Tim from Popcorn
Hello.
Podcast. How are you?
I'm good. I'm so good. How are you?
I am really good, and all the better to speaking to you about the Garfield movie. Congratulations. I had so much fun watching this film, I have to say.
It's gorgeous, isn't it? It's proper. It's a proper, animated, gorgeous family movie.
Couldn't agree more. Now, before we talk about your wickedly brilliant performance as Jinx, my podcast co-host, Leigh, she is a huge admirer of yours and is currently on vacation, so she couldn't join me today and was absolutely devastated. So she asked me to pass on a message to you, if I may. She says, "Thank you for being your incredible self, taking no shit from anyone and showing little and not so little girls everywhere that they are enough. You are a goddamn inspiration, and there should be more people in the world like you."
Oh, what? Leigh? Did you say Leigh's her name?
Yes, Leigh.
Oh,
That's
my
her.
gosh. Will you tell Leigh from me that, I mean, that may tip me over the edge today. I'm jet-lagged up the wazoo, and that makes me very emotional. It makes me feel like I'm doing something right. So will you send her my love?
You bet I will. And
Oh,
you
my
are
gosh,
doing...
that's unbelievably kind.
You're doing all the right things now, especially with a character like Jinx.
Yes.
Now, cats mean business, and boy, oh boy, does Jinx mean business.
Yes.
You clearly had so much fun playing her. As an actor, does it feel good being bad?
Oh, my. I feel like I've moved into my misunderstood phase.
Your misunderstood era.
Yes, my misunderstood era, you know, from Gale in The Fall Guy to Jinx in this. She's out for retribution because Odie has left her in the pound. What's she supposed to do? You know, if you look at it like that, but I love these characters because, like my character in Fall Guy as well, there is a reason they've been pushed by others to behave the way they do. So I think
Exactly. She's out for good old classic revenge, isn't she? And oh my God. You just said chills. I only recently saw the film, so that's just a real kicker for me. Now, I love the excess of Jinx, the scare cam, the milk teeny, the mood necklace.
Yes.
She's very theatrical, which is right up your alley too. And she isn't like a subtle little character, is she? What do you love most about her?
Well, I think, I mean, to be honest with you, they've gone for it with her, even down to her black eyeliner. Our director, Mark, was like, you wait till you see her. We have slightly used your appearance as stimulus for it. And I love that she's got like, pinky blusher, and I just think she's fabulous. The detail that they've gone into with her. And I like to think that under all that bouffant white fur, she's actually tiny. But that's
right.
like armor, this huge, she's had a long time to sit and stew.
Yes.
So she's been primping and preparing herself.
She's primp and proper, but evil to boot. You just made me think of like every time I put my dog in the bath, and he's like this fluffy toy poodle.
That's
but when he's wet, I'm like, who are you?
And then they go.
It never, ever doesn't crack me up every time I put him in the bath.
I think she's probably got a massive head and a tiny little body, like a lollipop.
That's so good. That's so good. Do Mondays suck for you as a person? Are you kind of like Garfield where, Mondays are the worst day ever?
No, I've always been fine. I think from being in theatre, the day that sucks is a Saturday, because you've done all the shows that week and you get to Saturday and you think, why would anyone go to the theatre on a Saturday when we're all mangled? Monday, you're actually feeling quite perky. So I've never understood the whole Monday thing, ever. I still don't.
Well, in theatre, like Monday is your weekend, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you're like
Monday, you're dark.
refreshed.
Exactly. And if you're in New York, you have a 5-show weekend, you're really like Monday. You're like that.
Hannah, it's been an absolute thrill talking to you. Congratulations on your take of Jinx in the Garfield movie. It's so much fun. And thank you for your beautiful response to Leigh as well.
Well, give her a mwah from me. That's so lovely. I don't take it lightly. Thank you.
Drop them now!
We have to go save my dad.
Oh, Tim, as if I wasn't fangirling enough already over Hannah, isn't she just incredible?
Right.
Yeah, she's so unapologetically herself, and I just find that so inspiring. Her personality especially is so infectious. I think she's a great role model.
Absolutely. And if that's what being jet lagged up the wazoo is like, then I want some of that.
I'm definitely not like that after being jet lagged, let me tell you. It's been a tough week.
Yeah. Well, I just love her vibe. She was so much fun to talk to, and her voice work as Jinx is brilliant in the film. She absolutely revels in playing the villain.
Does she what? The Garfield movie is in Australian cinemas from May 30, so you can go along and check it out for yourself.
Also, you can check out our video interview with Hannah Waddingham over on our YouTube channel, Friends, to see her vibe come to life in a whole new way.
Oh, just let it hit you in the face through the screen. That energetic, vibrant, infectious light. Can you tell I love her?
Well, as always, friends, thank you so much for listening.
We'll catch you next time. If you enjoy our episodes, head over to Apple Podcasts and subscribe. While you're there, we would love you to rate us and leave a review. You can also find us on Spotify, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Amazon Alexa, and where all good podcasts are found.